All right, Nate, since
Yeah.
you're the movie guy,
Yeah.
you want to recap what we've been talking about?
Sure.
All right.
So I have a point about earlier that I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
All right. So I think
Okay.
that if given the option, if a person in the Christian evangelical white group of people
Uh-huh.
that is given an option to watch a movie,
Okay.
say it was like, the next Pixar movie or whatever.
Okay.
If they were given the option to watch the next Pixar movie
Uh-huh.
and go in blind, not knowing what's in there or
Right.
what's not in there with their kids,
Right.
or go watch Facing the Giants,
Okay.
if they came out on the same day,
Right.
they would pick the Pixar movie every time.
Oh, no, I disagree with that.
You disagree with that?
Yeah.
Maybe not every time, but most
Okay.
of the time.
Man, parents are so weird with their kids. Protective,
Okay.
So if you're putting it specifically in that vein,
Yeah.
I think that I think some maybe it's a mixed bag.
But if you were going to the theater
Right.
and you had two options,
Right.
and your kids want to see Toy Story 3
Right.
and they're bugging you about it,
right.
and you're like, no, we're going to see
Yeah. But I mean,
Facing the Giants,
but like,
I think they're going to
here's-
make you go see Toy Story 3.
okay, here's here's what I think is happening though.
Okay.
Is that because more and more non-Christian worldviews and opinions are being expressed in movies, even geared toward our kids,
Okay.
it's leaving parents much more hesitant to go blindly into those movies. Where if they know it's given specifically toward a Christian group, that feels safe.
Okay.
So I do think that's a present reality. I do think that statement you made would have been true 5 years ago and before.
Okay.
I think the landscape has changed now.
Okay. I think you're right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
5 years ago,
Right.
yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
No, it's like, am I going to go see Cars 2 or let's go see Cars 2?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even think about it.
Right.
But the landscape has changed to where,
Even you as a pastor,
you're right.
Cars 2 and Facing the Giants are coming out the same day. You're going to go see Cars 2 with your kids.
Go to see Cars 2.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Like-
yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Even though Cars 2 might be just as bad, if not worse, than Facing the Giants. It's terrible.
But Cars 1 gave me so much hope.
Why?
Because the first Cars was amazing.
Okay, well,
According to my kid who was like 1.5 when it came out.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So I'm thinking about it as like a kid's perspective.
okay.
Yeah. Like if my kid is like, yeah, I mean, he was so into cars. Man, he was all about that Cars life.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one of my points.
Okay.
My I guess where we're having the difference is, I would think it's about reaching more people, which in turn turns into more money
Uh-huh.
to make other things.
Okay.
Then this is for this specific group of people, and I think that's where we're
Yeah.
having a tiff.
Right. Yeah, but no, I guess what I'm
But
saying is
I understand what you're saying,
yeah.
but I think my point's more important.
But I'm right.
I mean-
all I'm saying is I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I just think there's a place for both, and it doesn't have to be an either or dichotomy.
But okay, I think there has to be an either or dichotomy because
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so though.
Why?
Because you're going to have people that want to make movies and that are Christian. They're Christians. They want to make movies for Christians, and there's still a market for that. It may not be this huge, massive market, but the people creating it get to use what they feel are their skills and gifts, and people that are consuming it feel like this is good and safe to watch.
Right, but what I'm saying is you're going to max that market out and only be able to make movies that are as good as you can get out of that market.
Sure.
And you're never going to be able to compete with the other
Sure.
with the other stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the goal should be competing with the other stuff.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah. And I guess I'm saying
And I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get it.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying I think you're right in the sense of for too long Christians just were okay and comfortable living in the Christian movie world.
Yes.
And the Christians were just excited
that movies
that
existed
for them.
Okay.
And so, but now I agree with you that it's not okay for it just to be that.
Right.
That there has to be a reach that's going beyond that demographic.
Okay.
I mean, because even me talking about like the white middle upper class evangelical church, like that's not even all of Christianity,
right,
in America, right? Like that's a very niche group.
But those are the Christian movies.
Those are the Christian movies that come out on,
yes.
And so I think that but I agree with you that hopefully things like Jesus Revolution, Sound of Freedom, The Chosen can help people get a vision for something bigger than that.
Yes.
And because I think maybe that was part of the problem, it was like, oh, if I'm a Christian, want to do Christian movies, it has to look like this.
Right.
Like that was the model or the template for it.
Mm-hmm.
And now hopefully these others are saying, but no, there's actually
the template should be what good movies look like.
Right.
And that's what you should be striving for.
Sure.
That's what I don't get it.
Yeah. But then also with the reality that there is a lot of resistance to making those types of movies.
Right.
In Hollywood. And so they didn't want to make them.
But there's no resistance anymore because we have the internet.
The internet.
And you can put your movie on the internet and sell it to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Thank God for the internet.
Yeah. And thank God for people that are willing to go outside of those mainstream sources, right? And make movies that are good. And so, yeah, I do think there has to be now a shifting of how we think about what it looks like for me to be a Christian to make a movie. That it doesn't have to fall into this specific template.
Right.
It can be something different than that.
Because the opportunity is now. Because Hollywood has been making some crap.
And they're bleeding.
And currently, they can't make anything. As we're recording this,
that's correct.
Nothing is being made.
Correct. Yep.
So,
yep.
Make better stuff. Figure out how to make better stuff.
Yeah, and do it. Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that.
And I've never made anything, so
right.
Don't come at me, bro.
So here's looking at you, kid.
Yeah. But yeah.